What's going on, everybody? It is Sunday here at SilverState 2022. I gotta come into the next arena over to get some silence because it's been pretty loud over there. Nitro Buggy going on all day and Etruggy got pretty smoky in there. But some good B-mans. We had Aiden Horn and I'm so tired. I can't even remember who I was bumped up with him, but I just did an interview with Aiden. It's pretty good. But they were your two bump ups, and I think Aiden finished 11th. But at the start of the race, you know, I thought that Testman, and it was a good start. You know, Maifield got out to the lead, I believe, and like Cav kind of dropped back, and Maifield kind of got out to a lead, and him and Testman were battling at some point. Rifkin was there, Dakota, Tebow, they were there for the first 5 minutes, I want to say, 5-6 minutes. And then it kind of separated after the first pit stops. I believe Maifield was doing 9s. So he went, he was able to stretch it out a little bit while those other guys pitted. And yeah, man, I mean, what can we do? Ryan Maifield wins again. I even went up to him, and the first thing I said, dude, how are these guys going to beat you? It just, I think Testman might have had something for him, but traffic can just kind of, you know, once you get back in that back of the pack, it's just really hard. But Testman got out to, Maifield got out to some cleaner. There's 9-minute runs also helped. And then I just saw him. He put it in cruise control. He wasn't making any mistakes, and he just went. And then it ended up being Mason Fuller and Testman battling it out. And then even Fuller just said, I just backed it off, and I'll stick with third. He's the truth. Everybody told you, Mason Fuller is the truth. So good stuff, good stuff. Very good, exciting 45-minute main. I did win another battle, something similar like Truggy, but we didn't get it. And congratulations to Ryan Maifield, man. Doing it again. I mean, dominant performance. With that said, I went up and got some driver interviews, talked to Ryan Lutz, talked to Maifield. I talked to those guys after the race, talked to Jackson Beal from Australia, you know, and whatnot. So I did get a couple of interviews. I hope you guys enjoy them. I'm super tired, even though I had a lot of fun at this race. It's been a long day in the smoke and the dust today and yesterday. So I'm a little bit, you know, not sick, but just a little tired and worn out. But I've had such a blast geeking out on those fifth scales and all that stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for all the support. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you to the companies that allow me to come here as well. They are Hitec RC Beach Rc, TZO 200 tires, and InvisibleSpeed. If you guys can show those guys some love, it really helps us out, helps me out. With that said, enjoy the interviews, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Yeah, I'm not even gonna do a conclusion for this. We'll probably do a recap of this race Tuesday when I get home with Max. We got quite a lot to talk about, so it should be good. It should be good. Enjoy these interviews and this last little bit of walkabout that I did here. I also did a pretty good interview with the guy from ProStar with the electric magnetic brakes, but I'll do that separately for you guys because I want to put some things together. With that, yeah, SilverState was fun, really fun. I enjoyed myself, and we still got some racing left here. I'm gonna go watch Greg. He's got intermediate and 40 plus to go, so I'll go watch him. It's gonna be a late night, but I'm gonna go up to the room, put on my flip-flops, and come back down. You guys enjoy this. Thank you for everybody that supported us throughout the weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed our content. We're still learning. We're gonna get better as we do it, and I had a blast, and I can't do it without any of you guys. Nitro is the glory. E-Buggy's paying the bills. Truggy life forever. Lefty is out. Enjoy the interviews, everybody, and please share. We're here with Mason Fuller with an impressive third place finish. I thought you was gonna get second. Tell me, what's going on, Iceman?
Dude, I just wanted a podium, to be honest. I was happy with a third. The track's the roughest it's been all week right now. It was super rough. I had a lot of wrecks. Everyone had a lot of wrecks, but started 6, came home with a third, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and you was fighting with Ty near the end for a second. Did you think you could push and overtake him, or you just didn't want to risk it?
I wasn't really trying to push.
Okay.
I was just trying to stick with the third, because Dakota was only like 5 seconds behind us. So I was just trying to stick with third.
What tires did you go on?
Green Reflex.
Green Reflex. So what's next for the Iceman?
Should be Southern Nats in
All right.
Louisiana. I don't know.
Are you guys headed over to Spain as well?
Yeah, we're planning on going to the Worlds.
All right. Are you gonna do the warm-ups or just?
I don't think we're gonna do it.
All right, cool. Well, congratulations to Mason Fuller. I've talked about him many times on the podcast. That win is coming. It's just a matter of time, and good job, man.
Thank you.
All right, I'm here with Ty Tessman, an impressive second place. You was battling with Maifield at the beginning. You look like one of the guys that had something for him early out. Tell us about your race.
I thought my car was awesome, and I was got off to a good start. Didn't make any mistakes right away, so I was kind of just staying in the front of the group. I had a couple bubbles on my own, crashes and stuff, but just kind of lost a little bit of pace at the third mark of the race, I would say. And then I was trying to make up time, but it's just very hard on this track because you'll be going around consistently like, man, I'm going good, and then all of a sudden you hit one hole, and the rest of the lap you just feel like you can't even go straight. So trying to get back in the groove of that, and my dad was telling me with a mic just to kind of just relax, just keep plugging away. And Dakota and Mason had a couple good runs at me, but I was able to just kind of be consistent and just keep plugging away. And second's not first, but it's still pretty good, and happy with it. And yeah, happy with how everything went, like how my car ran, how my tires worked, how my engine ran. Everything worked awesome, which is really good for my confidence going to the Worlds especially. So, yeah, just really happy that it worked out.
All right, let's talk about e-buggy last night. You and Maifield had a little coming together there. What was your thoughts on that? I wasn't here. I watched it online. It looked pretty rough. I talked to your dad. He was a little bit upset about it, but how do you feel about that?
I mean, obviously, both parties feel differently. I feel like I was done wrong. He doesn't, so it is what it is, but it's just something that I think the race director and announcer could be more strict on, and then that would ultimately make it go away. So as long as they let it happen, it's going to keep happening. And we've seen it happen multiple times through the last year. Not with just me, but different people. So just basically, if you're not going to control anything, it's like not having laws. People just go crazy. So
I would agree with you. I agree
with you. To have some law and order on the track. If you're not going to, you can't really expect anything else.
I agree with you.
I wasn't happy about it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the second. Like you said, it's not a win, but I think it's a pretty good weekend for you after all. And good luck in your next race. And I look forward to watching you at the Worlds here shortly.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you. We're here with Ryan Maifield, your third win of the year, I believe. Third?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's lost count.
Good job.
I came up to you and said, man, how are these guys going to beat you? Because, again, you kind of not looking like you're not TQing qualifying and stuff, but you come out here and you put it together for these 45-minute mains, man. It's awesome to see. Your car looked great out there. You look like you was driving effortlessly. Talk us through your main.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. I went in with just kind of a question mark. I wasn't too sure what I was going to have. I trusted my equipment and stuff, but this track changes rapidly. So the first couple warm-up laps, I was thinking like, man, it's going to be a long 45 minutes. But as I started running the main and running with the other guys, I realized that they were probably having the same struggles I was. So if I could just figure out a way to not crash, that's going to be the key, which it is to most mains. But sometimes, like Dakota's great at just sending it out there, getting away with crazy tumbles and stuff. But this track, I don't think that was the way to drive, so I just backed it down and cruised. So, but yeah, the car worked awesome. We did 9-minute stops. I'm not sure if any of the top 5 guys did that, so we had a little bit of had a little extra cushion there. I just tried to minimize mistakes. I think I tumbled a couple times. I don't know if I got marshaled, which the car was comfortable. The tires were gripping the track. The engine was super smooth. So running all the best equipment gives me that opportunities, and it was a good day.
Yeah, man, congratulations. I don't know, I think you're beating these guys before you even get to the track some days, but it's good to see, man. If you haven't seen this type of dominance in a long time, we got Boss Man here. I know he's happy. What tires were you guys going out there? What did the J Concepts guys discover this weekend?
Well, he went with the reflexes in green for the main, and I think it was just kind of a call based on how yesterday went, how the warm-up went today, and
47.2.
track, they just watered it.
36.2.
We just ran, they just watered it, completely different condition than what they raced on, so
36.6.
it's kind of
35.2.
you have to predict a lot.
35.6.
Predicting what's going to happen,
49.4.
how bumpy the track is going to be.
36.3.
And, I think really the driving kicks in.
3 minutes left.
Finding
36.5.
those areas where you can drive the car,
Yes.
it allows you to drive consistently, because it's that consistency with the speed that allows you to do it. I mean, obviously he could go faster.
36.7.
When you're leading, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The other guys were taking the risk.
40.6.
Catch up, like you said, Dakota, you know, kind of up and down, trying to make up time, but
37.1.
there's only so much.
36.7.
You can lose a lot.
Exactly.
37.2.
You know, that's this condition.
40.1.
You know, that's what we race on here.
38.3.
He's handling it really well. So
35.1.
Yeah. I want to touch on e-buggy last night. You and Ty had a little comment together. I saw it. I thought it was a little bit rough. Can you tell us your version of that, please?
Yeah, I mean, it was, in my opinion, it was a racing situation. You know, he had the inside line on me going to the whoops. I checked up. You know, I could have threw a block on him there, which would have caused, you know, a crash, and I didn't do that. He blew the corner a little bit, so I got back to the inside, and you know, I wasn't 100% sure what had happened, but when I started to accelerate up the face of the jump, his car came, you know, across me, and I checked up, I stopped on the top of the triple, his car flew off, and I thought to myself, well, that wasn't my fault. You know, I was going straight, his car was going sideways, so I took off, you know, some words were exchanged, and, you know, it's the last couple laps, we weren't battling for the win, we were battling for second, and, you know, I went back, I watched the video, and, I mean,
39.3.
if I did something wrong and I saw it on video, then I would definitely own up to it, but I don't think I did anything wrong. I don't think he did anything wrong either. I think it was just a racing incident. He got a little loose, came into me while I'm trying to accelerate, and we made contact. I got the better end of it. It wasn't anything intentional. You know, kind of leave it up to whatever people think. And, you know, I tried to go talk it out with them, and they didn't want to hear, you know, they didn't want to talk to me, so it is what it is. We raced today, we battled today, we ran clean together. We first and second, so, you know, it's racing. Sometimes when we're all so close in speed, you're eventually going to make contact with one another. So, but it is what it is. They did an awesome job today. I knew they were going to be strong. You know, I told them good luck. They told me good luck. So, you know, a little contact here and there, a little bickering back and forth, but at the end of the day, we go racing, we respect each other, and we'll move on to the next one.
See, well, congratulations. Good job to you, NJ Concepts, and Mugen. And we look forward to seeing you at the next race. And hopefully we see you later on in Europe. You'll see how that goes. But, thank you. And good job, man. Thank you. We are here with your 2022 e-buggy champion. I'm very happy for him to see him on the top step. He had a great race at DNC with the Viking. You guys all know him. What's up, Ryan? How are you?
Doing good, Keenan. How you doing?
I'm good. Congratulations on the e-buggy win. It's good to see. Not the best weekend for you on the other classes, but you got to win an e-buggy. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the e-buggy was just solid all weekend. Ran my lightweight setup and got the same weight as the Nitro. Kind of run the same setup on both cars. And just did the track. Picked the right tires at the right time. And just cut my line, drove clean. It was just a really good weekend.
All right, so tell us, what about your light setup now? You said something. I want to know, what does that mean? Let's have a look.
I'm basically running smaller batteries than anybody else. These are ProTech 4800 LAHV batteries. Then I got the Tekin T8i. It's the I for indoor. That's what they originally marketed it for, 1950. It's a shorter, smaller can. It's 60 grams lighter than the normal 1900 that I run.
Wow.
And then each battery is 50 grams lighter than the normal batteries that we run, like the 6100 or 6400.
Okay.
So in total, I'm about 160 grams lighter than a standard setup that I run on a big track.
Interesting.
So, it's what I ran at Nitro Challenge as well in the practice and qualifying. For the mains, I went to the bigger batteries just because I wasn't sure I'd make it. But here I stuck with the small ones because the track's really bumpy and slower. And I ended up only using 3,700 milliamps at the end of the race, so it's working really well and just seems to really suit the car well.
Yeah, how's the transition going with the Kyosho cars? Do they have anything new in the works? Kind of a small team here, not like it was at DNC, but that's fine. It was just kind of a shooter. What's the future looking for Kyosho?
Good. We're actually picking up another driver here really shortly that'll be able to come racing with me, and hopefully we're going to work with him a little bit, and that should be really good. And hopefully for next year we're going to add another guy. There was actually a whole contingent from Hawaii here.
Really?
A few guys here running field shows.
How did I miss the Hawaiian
The whole
guys?
table right here, right behind me, was all a bunch of guys from Hawaii.
I was right in behind them on there. I didn't even know.
We got a track like in Honolulu area.
Oh, sweet.
Have to go visit sometime.
Yeah, you should. Take the wife.
Right, exactly. So, the cars have been great though, and they have the new 30th anniversary factory edition of the Nitro Buggy.
I did see that.
Out. So that's just all the upgrades with the current car. And I mean, Kanai's always just adding a little bits here and there to make the cars better. So I'm sure there'll be more new cars in the near future.
A little bit of bad luck in Truggy and Nitro Buggy. How do you come back from this? What are you gonna do to, you had some flame outs and stuff like that. How are we gonna fix these issues?
Yeah, so basically we're testing a new 5-port, trying to get a little bit more power.
Okay.
And sometimes when you're testing things, they're not quite where you want them. And I tried a lot last week. I did a lot of testing back home. Thought we were good, but this air out here, a lot of people were having struggles with flame outs. And that was no different. And I'd go upside down and they just didn't want to run. So ended up bowing out in the mains a little early. Truck was going well. I ended up to 5th at one point. I had that flame out. So we'll regroup. Hopefully develop another part of the engine, make a little change to it, or go back and run the original Dragon 4 Edition 2, and it should be good for the next event.
See, and what will be your next event?
I'm going to do LCRC in 2 weeks, the Northeast Showdown, and the Southern Nationals 2 weeks after that.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm so happy for you. I was pumped for you last night. Congratulations once again. Let's get you running in Nitro, and let's get the Red Army going again.
Bring it back.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, good luck at LCRC. Thank you for your time and congratulations. And yeah, have fun taking that nice trophy back home.
Will do. Thanks, Peter.
All right, thank you. I am here with your intermediate e-buggy champion, and he done it for Australia. So everybody's excited and happy for you in Australia. We have Jackson Beal. Tell us about your win last night at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a long game, but it was worth it at the end of it.
Is this your first time to America?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
Yeah, it's been very different. Not what I'm used to, but yeah, slowly getting used to it, but yeah, definitely coming back.
Good stuff. You have one more man to run today?
Hopefully 2.
Oh, okay, you did bump.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, good job, good job. You're continuing on with a great line of Australians that come up to America and do well. And you think of everything of the Dexters who came over here and did pretty well and whatnot. I know you race with those guys. And what's going on. So, what's next for you when you get back to Australia?
So I think we've got the Australian titles coming up in June or July, and then also the Queensland titles in June too. So this will be 2 good events. And as well.
Right. Well, good luck to you and your B-man. I hope you bump because I know the Australians will be going wild if you do. And it was good to meet you and your dad. And I wish you all the luck in racing in Australia. And hopefully we get to see each other again one day. It'll be good. It'll be good.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you. It wouldn't be a SilverState or a race if I didn't go up and talk to Aiden Horn. Let's talk about your hot lap.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing quite like a P11 hot lap. That's really all we're going for out there. Them guys all got 45 minutes to take down the 33.3.
Yeah.
We took the cake there. I mean, yeah, I got lapped 2.5 times, and I was kind of a traffic cone out there more often than not, but that's a hot lap.
Yeah.
I can go home happy.
There's always a positive. But it was great. You did bump up. You made the show. It's been a while. You're making the show. Coming off a decent RCGP performance. Well, somewhat decent. I think you had fun.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, I had a blast. It's always a blast just getting lapped every race I go to.
But you did bump up this week. Congratulations on that. I think you can take a lot from that because it was.
I mean, it's been super hard with where I live, the winter, and not being able to practice at all. I had some good momentum going last year with the Nationals and this race, and then I didn't get to really drive until SIC in January. And from there, I've just been trying to get back to where I left off, and I still don't feel like I'm there, but just getting closer and closer. I mean, I finally made a main. I've been in all the B mains so far. I made the main at RCGP, but couldn't not make the main then, so that was a gimme.
Yeah, and he had his racing underwear on, and he like literally showed me in front of everybody.
I pulled down my pants in the middle of everyone, just for him.
Yeah, just for me. Just for me.
I mean,
what's next for you?
I'm the only one that would do that.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I appreciate
I'm also the only one that cheers for myself on the driver's side. I know you heard that.
I didn't. I was too far over there. What did you say?
No. So they go, starting in dead last, it is war! And then I step up there.
Oh, I did see that.
It's just silence. No one cheered for me. So I was just like,
I cheered for you.
did you?
I did, but you was too busy screaming.
Yeah, I just hear you over myself.
Yeah.
You took too long. I heard too much silence.
Yeah, we gotta hype the crowd up. I was trying to hype them up. Everybody's sitting there all quiet.
Yeah, and then SR gets introduced and everyone's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, cheer for that guy over me. Are you serious? Way cooler. Come on.
Oh my God. Well, so what's next for you?
I might go to Southern Nats. I don't know. I gotta talk to Brent a little bit about it. We'll see.
You got 10 scale racing coming up.
I might go to Carpet Nationals, the lower Carpet Nationals. I don't think I'm doing the E Nationals.
Will you go to that other race?
I feel like I would have heard about it by now if I was going, but Brent hasn't really said anything. So I figure I better just go back to the drawing board.
Going over the triple and let's see who the car is that he's coming up on right
Anyway, man, you know what? I think you can take a lot of positives. It's great that you made the A-main. I know that was a challenge. But you know, don't worry. Baby steps, increments. Keep at it. You know, and keep being you, dude.
Yeah, dude. We'll get back there. Don't worry.
Yeah,
matter of time.
Maybe we need to get some different underwear though.
I mean, these things got me the bump up today.
That's true. That's true. And hot lap.
From 11.
And hot lap.
And the hot lap. I mean, I think the underwear still got some magic. We just need to, you know, practice.
Watch it, Parko. Watch it. Watch it.
You'll be all right.
Just
you and Garth.
Exactly. Me and McGarth in the intermediate class.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Oh, you can't.
Couldn't quite get it done last night in intermediate truggy.
So Ramirez
blew out. Got second. What a joke.
Some traffic here. 1 minute 30 seconds ago. One of them flips over there.
Hey, let's plug your YouTube channel.
White truck in the red.
Yeah, I mean, we've been sleeping on the tube lately, but I'm sure I'll feed it eventually here. So, Aidenhorn RC on YouTube. If you want to lose some brain cells, just go in there and watch my videos, and you'll thank me.
Sweet. Well, it's always great chatting to you, good dude. Keep up the good work, and the results will come.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
But I would rather take a win over a P11 hot lap, though.
Red truck with 1 minute to go.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the bonuses would be a little more up there.
So what's a P11 hot lap bonus look like?
It's more of a bad thing than anything because it's like, wow, you had speed and still got slapped twice, so like you're a freaking blowout type thing.
So you might have to pay AE. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll give Brent. I'll probably Apple Pay him like $10 and say sorry, dude. I'll do better.
Good luck at Southern Nats if you go, and the rest of your races, man. Keep up the great attitude because we love it. And yeah, man. Congratulations on making the A and hot lap.
It's been so long.
See you later, man.
Heading into the berm.
Yeah.